Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Crow, under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, there are substantial fines for those who bait and hunt migratory birds over presently undefined baited areas. The problem is that farming practices carried out to produce a marketable crop in Arkansas and recommended by the applicable state agency under the Department of Agriculture are often in conflict with the baiting prohibition. As head of the Arkansas State Wildlife Agency, can you provide this committee with your observations on the confusion that has resulted from the contradiction? Do you believe Section 3 of the Help for Wildlife Act would resolve this situation? And then also, it's not only the farmers, but it's the hunters that certainly don't want to put their reputation on the line, their freedom. So again, could you comment on that?
Yes, sir, Senator Boozman. We actually had a situation in 2012. We had a drought that resulted in an early harvest of a lot of our rice crops, and then an early summer rain that produced kind of an unintended ratoon rice crop. Our local cooperative extension service advised our producers to either roll or plow disc those crops and to return those nutrients to the soil, which was clearly, it would fall within the parameters of a normal agricultural practice. However, an interpretation from the Fish and Wildlife Service maintained that those fields would be baited and that hunters would not be allowed to hunt waterfowl over them. This created a lot of confusion and it was caused a lot of difficulties for our producers and our farmers. I do believe that Section 3 will be very helpful in terms of consistency and clarification for our hunters and for our producers and landowners. I think the biggest component of that is the local input. It's the consideration of what is a normal agricultural practice being pushed down to that state level, and I think that'd be very helpful not only for our producers but for our hunters.
In your testimony, one of the things that you highlighted was the importance of enhanced state-level coordination between USDA and the Cooperative Extension Service and state agencies. Why do you feel that enhanced state-level coordination is so important when defining normal agricultural practices?
I believe it's critically important because, it's not a one-size-fits-all type of determination. I mean, what's normal practice in McCurtain County, Oklahoma may not be the same as in Lee County, Arkansas, or Bossier Parish, Louisiana. There's a divergence of practices that are conducted at the local level. And hunting and fishing is a regulated activity, and there's a lot of regulations, and I think it's incumbent upon conservation organizations to make sure that those that have regulatory responsibilities to make sure that those regulations are not confusing, they're not difficult for our hunters to understand, or for our producers or for landowners, but these are potential barriers for participation in hunting activities, and I think in a time in our nation when we struggle to encourage people to participate in conservation through hunting, that ambiguous and difficult regulations can be a barrier to that. So I think it's extremely important.
Let's talk a little bit about NACA. Currently, Arkansas has 17 completed or underway projects. Our state has been able to use $11.7 million in NACA funding, along with another $41.7 million in partner contributions to conserve a total of 77,089 acres of wildlife habitat. Would Arkansas be able to conserve that much wildlife without the NACA program?
No, sir. There would be no way that we could maintain that level of work absent the assistance that comes to us through the NACA program. The beauty of this program, it's private landowner friendly, it's non-regulatory, and it's an incentive-based program. And I think it's interesting to note and worthy to note that the contribution, the in-kind contributions almost tripled through, whether it be our agency or organizations like Ducks Unlimited that contribute to these programs. It is absolutely essential for what we're doing in wetland conservation to have this program.
So really great public-private partnerships.
Absolutely.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator.